Hey YouTube, Turtle Guy here. Sorry about that moment of silence there. But I'm back today, and I know it's been a while. Been having some really hard struggles with my healing process and my treatment process, dealing with my condition of fibromyalgia. But today I come back and I want to make a video about the pain principle. And before I get into the video, I want to make sure I remind you to like this video, comment on this video for future videos that you'd like to see. Share this video as well. The pain principle is kind of opposing ideology to the pleasure principle. And the pleasure principle is basically a psychoanalytic term that's used to analyze the term, the psychology of pleasure. And you mostly get pleasure from when you get immediate gratification from wants, desires, thirst, hunger, sex, anger, urges, things like that that give you pleasure, your most basic primitive needs. The pain principle is very, very similar to the pleasure principle. It's the psychoanalytic term used to analyze the psychology of pain. Pain is one of the basic primitive survival mechanisms that exists within the body. It's the driving force to seek immediate gratification from relief of pain. It's the most primitive mechanism in survival, as I said earlier. I tried to do this earlier when I still had light, but had some pain myself. So I'm kind of trying to see this, and the signs of pain in the body lead to decrease in bodily function. An example, a headache, or a decrease in appetite, a decrease in energy, which leads to a decrease in vital nutrients, or the ability to acquire vital nutrients, because you have the energy. You need energy to get up and cook, to put more energy in, so it leads to the decrease in the vital nutrients needed to sustain life, which leads to disease, which can be genetic diseases, which can be given off to your offspring, and then eventually death. And so the pain is designed to be relieved naturally by your lifestyle, by prevention, and by therapy or treatment mechanisms. And so the whole premise of this video is just to say that we seek pleasure in order to relieve us of the pain. So if we focus on the pleasure and ignore the pain, it will leave us in a state of disease, because you can always dull the pain, ignore the pain by gratifying yourself with pleasures that are not directly related to the pain. And I say here about how what we actually having pain of is for pain from the hunger, pain from the thirst, pain from anger, or needing to lash out and holding that in, and pain from the lack of sex, and the pain from the desires not being able to get your desires, and not able to have the things that you want, and not able to satisfy your urges. Those things lead to sensations of pain, and we don't necessarily notice what those sensations of pain are, but the consequences of those pain are death, and it's because of the pain is it's another word for it, stress. It hits the physical body, the mental body, and the emotional body, but it hits the mental body first. It hits the mental body when there's something that you want and you realize you can't do it. And so you get emotional about not being able to do what you want to do. And then that pain manifests in the physical body. So you have a few warnings or opportunities to address pain that is psychological, that you need to analyze psychologically before it becomes disease, which leads to death. Once it gets to the level of physical pain, you have to work so much harder to relieve yourself of that pain. And nowadays, in modern times, we like to use non-conventional pain relief methods, which is pain medicine, and that allows you to ignore the pain, but it doesn't address the problem that caused the pain. For instance, I've recently been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I've been prescribed Lrgourl. It helps significantly with the pain, and I get up and I feel great. And then I go out and I'm going about, but I'm also continually damaging the nerves, damaging the structures in my body that have been compromised. Although I can't feel it, it doesn't mean that it's not happening and it's not occurring. So this whole video is about getting you to realize that you cannot ignore pain at any level, and using different methods or devices to ignore or dull the pain only festers the problem and creates something way grander than you even began with. So you don't just go out seeking experience of pleasure thinking that you can cure the pain without addressing the pain. In order to free yourself from the pain, you're going to have to psychologically analyze what it is that's hurting you. And if the pain's reached the physical level, then you're going to have to go back into that emotional and physical body and heal. Once again, this is Hustle God. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and share. Thanks.